Hey, I'm John Cannell, and today on Preppy Kitchen, we're making easy, delicious steak au poivre. So let's get started. First off, you'll want to grab 4 6-ounce tenderloin steaks and let them sit out on the counter for about 45 minutes. You do not want to cook ice cold steak. That is not going to be delicious, so just set them aside and let them warm up. Once they're warm, we're going to get to assembly, but I have a sad story to tell you. I broke my mortar and pestle. It's so upsetting. But you don't need a mortar and pestle for your coarsely cracked black pepper. We're gonna do this by hand with a hammer. Grab your peppercorns. I need about 2 tablespoons. I'm placing them into some folded parchment paper. Now it's time to channel all of your frustration with anything that might have happened throughout the course of the week into these peppercorns. Give them a good smash. You want them cracked and broken into pieces, not finely ground. So just don't go crazy on them. You're just a little annoyed. Or don't break your mortar and pestle, grind, grind, grind. Open your paper up. That's what you want to see. It's a coarsely cracked black pepper. We're gonna treat these steaks right. We want to grab about half a teaspoon of salt for the first side. Just sprinkle it on top. Be nice and even. This is a dish that 1, tests my ability to pronounce anything in French, a little rusty, and 2, it is so delicious and easy. All you're gonna do is cook these steaks up really fast and make a very delicious, creamy peppercorn sauce flavored with cognac. It's so rich and indulgent, but the meal comes together in just a few minutes, and you can serve it with any of your favorite sides. I love this with green beans and some like creamy potato situation, but a gratin might be even more traditional. Salted appropriately. Now we're gonna grab about half of the pepper and really press it on. These peppercorns, 1, give you a lot of flavor, a little bit of crunch, and I was reading about the history of this because I always love food history. It seems that this dish, steak au poivre, originated in Normandy, and there was something about the aphrodisiac qualities of peppercorns. Leaving it there. All right, flip them over and continue pressing all the pepper on. Get that nice and covered. Just press it in. That looks so nice already. Set your steaks aside, and now you're gonna wanna grab a large pan. I'm using a cast iron today, but really any heavy pan will work. Get it onto your burner. I'm gonna place this onto medium-high heat. I'm adding 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. You could use any high heat oil you like. You can't just cook this in butter because the butter will burn, but the butter is so delicious. So we will be adding 2 tablespoons as well. It's a combination, and the high heat oil will help take you there. We're gonna heat this up until everything is melted and the butter is just beginning to brown. Oh, that's gonna get so delicious. While that happens, grab a shallot and we're gonna finely chop one up. Dare I say, a mince. If you haven't used shallots before, you are missing out. They're like onion's sophisticated sibling who's a little bit more subtle. Don't know if that translates, but they're like onions, a little bit gentler and a somewhat finer flavor. Give it a nice thin slice and then we'll chop it up. And keep an eye on that butter, you don't want it to burn. And by the way, these tenderloins are a slightly smaller cut. If you wanted to use a much larger one or a bigger, thicker cut of beef, you can do it, but you will be finishing this off in the oven. So set your oven to broil in that case. You're gonna get each side nice and browned, everything is caramelized, then pop it into the oven for a few minutes to finish off to get to where you want it to be. Medium rare, or rare. My shallot's minced and this butter is just starting to brown. Give it a swirl and now we're gonna pop our steaks on. This is gonna be so good. This can get a bit smoky, so either set your extractor on or take it under your mega hood. I'm moving this over. Cook each side for 3 to 4 minutes over medium-high, and you want it to look browned and crusty, like caramelized and delicious. And you can let me know in the comments how you like your steak cooked. For me, it's medium rare. Flip your steaks over and then keep cooking them. You want them to be nice and golden, crusty, amazing on both sides, not gray at all. If you want, you can use a thermometer to check the internal temp. It should be 130 to 140 before they're done, and that's why you want to let the steak sit out for 45 minutes. If they're ice cold inside, they're going to be ice cold even if the outside is burnt. These guys, however, look great. Look at that. I'm taking them off heat. We're going to let them sit on a platter covered and then make our amazing cream sauce. And back onto this side. One word of caution. If your flame is extra hot and your pan gets super heated, it'll scorch your delicate little shallots. So feel free to take the pan off heat and just wait a couple minutes. It's fine. This is gonna stay nice and warm in here. It'll even cook just a little bit more. And here, you just want it to be nice and hot, not like too hot. Give it a couple minutes. I'm putting it back on heat. This is hard to explain because everyone has a different cooktop, and if you're using propane, for example, it just runs really hot. That's what I'm on. Natural gas, nice and mellow, electric induction, everything's different. I'm gonna add my minced shallot right into the pan. There we go. That's a gentle sizzle that I wanna hear. We're gonna cook this for about 2 minutes until it's nice and softened. It might go a little bit faster for you. This looks great. Now, I want 1/3 of a cup of cognac. Take it off heat so no accidents happen. Add the cognac in. And just for fun, we're gonna ignite it. Yes, success. That's gonna cook off. You can always extinguish the flame if it's a bit much. So doing that gives you all the flavor of the cognac. It helps caramelize things and you're not gonna get any of the alcohol, it all burnt off. So happy I had this giant pizza cutter to help me. They're actually lids. It's one of my most frequently asked questions. We're gonna return the pan to medium heat now. A little bit afraid of a flare up again. And I'm gonna whisk in a 1/2 cup or 120 mils of nice heavy cream. Let's add that in there. And this makes a rich, amazing sauce, and it's so easy. It's so easy. We're gonna bring this to a boil and then just whisk until it's thickened. It'll coat the back of a spoon and you'll see what it looks like. But honestly, just whisk and you'll see it come together. I was looking at some of the food photography for this, and I tell you, some of it was totally fake, totally fake. It was basically like just thickened cream poured on top of steak, and it shouldn't look like that. It should have a beautiful dark color from all the caramelized bits it picked up from the steak, as well as the pepper and that browned butter. So it's actually much more of a darker sauce. This is the lightest it would ever look. And trust me, it'll darken up as we cook it. I forgot to say this earlier, but if you wanted to be as traditional as possible, you would use salted butter for this. All the people I've met from Normandy are very proud of using salted butter only. If you want to be more traditional, you can do that and maybe add in a sprinkle less of salt on the steak itself. Part of the reason I'm saying this is we'll be tasting the sauce at the end and adding a little bit more salt as needed. I think it's probably gonna be fine though. My whisk is starting to leave a trail in here, so let's take a wooden spoon and just see what's up. That's perfect. I tasted the sauce and it is just perfect, no extra salt needed. As soon as your cream is thickened, pour it right over your steaks and serve immediately. Perfect. That is so good. That caramelized, crunchy exterior with all the peppercorns bursting with piquant flavor really gives you a wonderful finish. And that cream sauce is amazing. I hope you get a chance to make this recipe, and if you like this video, check out my easy dinner playlist.